Hello Year 1, Miss Guest here. I'm just recording a little video clip today to help you with the maths work that you're going to be doing on Monday the 6th of July. Okay, we're going to be doing some adding today and I'm going to show you how to use a number line, how to use 100 square, how to do some jottings and also how you might use your head and your fingers. So we're going to have a look at the number sentence 2 add 9 equals something, or it can be written the other way round, something equals 2 add 9. The first way we're going to look at it is using a number line. Normally these are laminated in school, so you can rub them off and use them over and over again. Mine isn't laminated, so I'm going to show you a little trick of how to use it again. Remember, if you haven't got a number line, you can just draw one and make one and start with 0 and go up in ones all the way up to 20 or 30 if you want to. So I'm going to start. Now I could start with number 2, put a 0, and I could add 9 and I could do 9 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The answer I get, circle my answer, I land on number 11. There is a quicker way, because if we add, then we know that 2 add 9 is the same as 9 add 2. We can swap the numbers around so that we get the biggest number first. So if I start with the biggest number and I start on 9, I've then only got to do 2 jumps to get up to 11, so it's a lot quicker and I'm less likely to make a mistake if I'm doing only a few jumps. So it's better to put the bigger number first when you're adding and then count on, do 2 more jumps. Now, once you've written on your number line, it's hard to use it again for lots more questions. So I'm going to show you a little trick that I do if I want to use my number line again. Okay, so I'm going to use some raisins. I've got some raisins here. Okay, and I'm going to think about where do I want to start? And I'm just going to put a little dot, because a dot won't mind, by my number 9, okay? And then I'm going to add 2. So I'm going to put a raisin on number 10 as my first jump. And then I'm going to put a raisin on number 11 for my second jump. So I've started on 9, I've added 2, and you can see my 2 raisins that I've added, and I've finished on number 11. So we know that the answer, 9 add 2, is 11. So I worked this out using a number line. So I'm going to just pretend to draw my number line with my little numbers on as a little jotting so I can see how I was working it out. Now the next way you could work it out is using 100 square. I've got 100 square here that I've printed off from the home learning sheets. But again, just make your own if you haven't got one. See if you can draw 10 squares across, 10 squares down, and it's good practice for your numbers to write all the numbers up to 100. So we're going to start with the biggest number first, and we're going to start with number 9. And when we use our 100 square, we read across from left to right. When we get to the end, we have to go back onto the next line and then read all the way across. Then after 20, we go down to 21 and read across. So I'm starting on 9 and I'm going to add 2 of my raisins onto number 10. And then coming down, I'm going to add another one onto number 11. And that's where I finished. Now the next way you might be able to do it is just using your fingers and counting on in your head, especially if you put the biggest number first. You could start on 9, put 9 in your head, say 9, and you're going to count on 2 more, 9, 10, 11. If you don't need to use your fingers and you can just do it in your head and count up 9, 10, 11, then you can just draw a little head symbol. The last way is using counters. So because I haven't got counters or cubes at home, I'm going to use raisins. So I'm going to count my raisins. I'm going to count, make sure they're not stuck together. And count 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to add 2 more, and I'm going to work out how many I've got all together. Now I don't need to count these again because I know I've got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can just count on from 9, 9, 10, 11. So tomorrow we're going to be thinking about number bonds, and we've practiced number bonds lots and lots at school. 2 numbers that when they add up they equal 10 are our number bonds to 10. In Violet class, and I know in some of the other classes as well, we like to have hit the button competitions. So I'm going to film now me having a go and seeing what my top score is for number bonds to 10. Can you have a go? Can you beat me? Could you film yourself and put a little video on Twitter so we could all see your score? So I've gone on to the Hit the Button website, a free website that we use. I'm going to click on number bonds and I'm going to click on make 10, and I'm going to see how many I can score. Get 1 minute. 9 add 1 makes 10. 10 and 0. 3 and 7. 5 and 5, that's an easy one. Double 5. 1 and 9. 10. 10 and 0. 8. 8. 8 and 2. 7 and 3, I know that one. 2 and 8. Oh, 7 and 3, we just had that one. Some of them repeat again. 1 add 9. 6, 6 and 4. 6 and 4 make 10. 9, add 1 more makes 10. 2 and 8. Oh, look, I've only got 4 seconds left. 6 and... Oh, my time is up. So, my score was 14 out of 14. I didn't get any wrong, and I haven't played for a while. So can anybody beat my score